Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome to this review of the best SSDs that are compatible for both Mac, Windows, Linux, and basically anything else. So what I've done is, as usual, we've handpicked the top 3 on Amazon based on, not only popularity and what's best selling, but things like build quality, right? Features, price, Are you going to get something that's going to last and it's going to work just really well, right? Like, does it have fast read and write speeds? If you're creative or, you're someone that's using this for games, right, you're going to want something that, is pretty fast, right? So that's what we've gone ahead and done. As usual, there will be links in the video description to check out everything we talk about with, more specs and everything like that. I have the Amazon links in the description, so click on those to see, the SSDs. But we've taken out the hard work for you, so you don't have to, do your research and dig into, what's real, what's not real, what's the best one, build quality and all that. So with that being said, let's dive in. So in number 1, we have the Samsung T7 Shield. And the reason we picked this one is because the read and write speeds are great, and the thing is just built like a tank. I mean, you can right away tell from the design of this chassis here, this thing is built to, handle drops. It's actually water and dust resistant as well. It's super rugged, right? So, it's gonna last a long time, right? If you buy this thing, it's not gonna break, right? You're not gonna accidentally drop it or hit it or whatever, or spill something on it, and it's going to be done, right? The idea here is that, it's good and it's going to last. And Samsung SSDs are also known to be pretty reliable, right? And this thing works with, both Windows, and Mac. So, regardless of what operating system you're on, this is pretty good for you. It's USB 3. It's got, about, gig, right? So in terms of speed here, so pretty good. It's pretty good. So that's our number 1 pick. Again, seems to have really good reviews and people seem to really like this one. Now, number 2, we have the SanDisk 4TB. This has a lot faster write speeds, right, than and read speeds than the Samsung one, but it's also a little bit more expensive. This one is also water and dust resistant, but it has an updated firmware, and this one is really great because it's got that compatibility, but it's also got a really cool looking design. I actually prefer the way this looks, and this might just be me. I prefer the way this looks to this, right? Like, this just looks really cool, right? With the orange and the kind of gray, blackish kind of finish on it. So, again, this works in Windows and Mac as well. It's a little bit more expensive, but you're getting that faster read and write speed. So if you're someone that does video editing or, very hardcore gaming or, 3D modeling or, Photoshop or something like that, and you're going to be reading and writing right off of this, it might be worth it for you, just because to pay a little bit extra to get that extra speed if you really need it. So that's basically what you're going to be paying for here. And if you're just, someone casual is just backing up your stuff, probably don't need this one, right? You can probably get away with the Samsung T7, but it's just something to keep in mind, that, you're paying, for more speed here. So finally, we have the Crucial X9 Pro. And I really like this one because it's actually, I think it's the cheapest on this list. Yeah, this one's $265. This one's like $250. And usually with Crucial, you're actually paying more. So this is a really, really good deal. It's got decent read and write speed. It's got software for photos, but it's the cheapest option, right? So if you're on a budget, and you're absolutely trying to penny pinch, probably for you. It's got, 1050 megabytes per second. This has got 1050. Now, this thing isn't as durable as the Samsung one, obviously, right? It is water and dust resistant, but you can tell by, the casing here, this thing is not going to survive a drop as likely as the Samsung T7 is, right? So that's just something, that you want to keep in mind, when you're picking out an SSD, but this is pretty decent. Not much to say about it compared to the other ones. It's compatible with PC and Mac. One thing I forgot to mention, the Samsung T7 is actually compatible with gaming consoles as well. So, if you want to, buy something for like your PS4, PS5, right, or Xbox, right, this is probably going to be your best pick because, it's certified for that. The others, it didn't really say if they were. They might work, they might not, right? So just something to keep in mind as well. Again, honestly, I prefer the SanDisk because I'm someone that does a lot of video editing. I do a lot of creative work, right? Like, I run websites, I do different YouTube channels, like, as you can clearly see. So, like, for me, this would probably be my pick. But again, it is the most expensive. But for most people, honestly, out of these 3, I think the Samsung T7 is just your best purchase. I personally don't prefer the chassis design, if I'm being honest. I still think this one looks the coolest, and I'd rather have this in second place. But, in terms of features and everything else, definitely get the Samsung T7 in my opinion. So again, links in the video description. If you like this honest review, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We do a lot of these, and until next time, I will talk to you later.